Hi, this is Mark. Congratulations. You have found this amazingly awesome show. Chances are you're listening to it right now on whether it's iTunes or Stitcher Radio or some other mobile app that allows you to stream this amazingly awesome show to your ear holes. And I can't stress how awesomely amazing this show really is. But did you know that you can also catch the latest episode of this show on the Tangibound Network? That's right. Go check out tangiboundnetwork.com. You can look them up, and you can listen to it right there. It's even mobile friendly. What more could you ask for? Which means you can pull it up on your iPhone or your Android, even your Windows phone. Yeah, who has one of those? But still, point remains, you can do it. You can do it. Check it out, tangiboundnetwork.com. Listen to this show, the latest episode, every time. Check it out.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swabs it with Earl so it glistens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
The boys will let you know when there's a spurter. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 286.
Sexiest podcast on multiple networks.
Ooh, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah? I mean, I'm not against it.
Same here.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, 286. Seriously, man. I've said it before, but just feels like it's taken a freaking year just to get to 300.
It's dragging.
Yeah,
it's dragging.
It feels so like it's been forever since we hit 280, and it's only been a month and a half, you know? It just feels like it's
right?
months ago. So, yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, I can only assume that when we hit episode 300, you know, we'll then form our own podcast network with hookers and blackjack.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
That's the first requirement, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, well, you know, you have to help pay for the hookers and blackjack.
That'd be great. The Hookers and Blackjack podcast network.
Mm-hmm. Guess I'll have to launch a new podcast.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, man. Welcome back to the Hookers and Hookers and Blackjack podcast. I can't even say it. That's how difficult it is. I'd be too hammered on bourbon, you know.
It seems like a great idea, actually.
It happens. You know?
Talk about the bourbon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Although
absolutely.
playing blackjack after getting hammered on bourbon, probably not the best career move.
No, do not recommend.
Also, going around hookers after a bunch of bourbon, probably a bad career move.
Probably.
Yeah.
You'll more than likely end up with an empty wallet, maybe some stab wounds. For sure, VD.
I mean, that's a pretty full night though, right?
That's true.
No, it's probably not, because you probably won't have, you'll just black out. They'll stab you a couple of times, take your money, and then, I don't know, just rub themselves on things, and that's how you get the VD. It won't actually be from the sex, It'll be from them touching your wallet.
Like, I've never seen gonorrhea on a shoulder before.
Right? Like, how did you get gonorrhea from a stab? Like,
as she's cleaning out your wallet, she's just like snail trailing your arm.
Oh, that's what it is. She stabbed you and then, or snail trails and then stabs that way.
Yeah. That is a problem.
That's terrible. That's no good, man. Yeah. We don't recommend that.
Dirty bitch.
Right? Like, why she gotta stab you? You passed out. She could just take your money and leave.
Yeah, no, what's up?
The stabbing's just cruel.
Yeah.
The rest of it's all within, fair play, but, because you probably assumed you're going to have an empty wallet after spending a night with a hooker in Vegas anyway. So,
It's because she's a serial assaulter. On the streets, she's known as the, dirty vagine stabber.
She's taking revenge.
DVS.
She's taking revenge for Jack the Ripper,
Yeah, exactly.
I'll teach these guys. Man. Just scar them up a little bit. No big deal.
Right?
Be kind of fun, right?
Plus,
make it toward
that gonorrhea of the shoulder.
Yeah.
That is a problem.
Be tough to deny that with your spouse when you get home, Just be like, honey, I got something to tell you.
Is that a sunburn? Well, no. Fury Road.
Jeez, man. Yeah, it's,
I would love if I open up my blinds one day and a truck is going by with some guy like strapped to the front playing a guitar.
That'd be pretty weird.
That would be excellent.
I mean, we could make this happen.
We could.
I mean, we just need some guy to strap to the front of the truck that can play guitar. Heno's coming into town.
Heno's coming to town?
I'm sure he'd be game for that. It'd be kind of weird.
I need some skulls and shit. I can put them on my Jeep.
We'll film it all badass style so it looks like, a cool rock video,
Right.
I
like it.
The truck will just have like cages with like dancing girls in it.
Perfect.
And shoot pyros, of course.
Well, duh.
Yeah. So it'll be badass,
Set, a lot of low angle shots, like, sepia tone or whatever.
Sure. I mean, it's going to be artsy, so why not?
It's going to be artsy.
Right.
Yeah.
We need some dolphins. I want some Estranged type artsy here.
Nice. Random dolphin.
A dolphin can be driving the truck.
That now we're talking. He's got a mohawk.
Oh, okay. I was going to say a trucker cat, but all right. Yeah, mohawk's better.
Well, because if we're going Mad Max style,
yeah,
he's got to have leathers and a mohawk, some sort of eye paint on.
I'm just picturing this dolphin in leathers.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, geez. This is going to be a great video.
You thought, rape culture was high in the dolphin world? Imagine leather dolphins.
Oh, man. They're the worst.
They are the worst.
Oh, God. This is really... I just can't stop thinking about, a dolphin basically in a Judas Priest video now. All right, I'm back.
I'm just trying to think of a Judas Priest song that would go with dolphins, but I'm drawing a completely blank.
Any of them would. They're all about dolphins.
Fair enough.
That's something a lot of people didn't know. All of Judas Priest songs are about dolphins.
Yes.
Rob Halford is such a dolphin nut.
Yeah, he's got dolphins jumping across his ass crack tattoo.
Yeah. No, it's like if
Crazy.
you turn him to the side, it looks like, the dolphin's mouth because of how their like snout.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
yes.
That's his ass crack. It's pretty weird
Ass
looking.
crack.
Yeah, well, what are you going to
Very
do?
strange.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if you like dolphins that much.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, I'm drawing a complete blank on every Judas Priest song except for Breaking the Law and Painkiller.
Right. It's good enough. Like I said, they're all about dolphins, so it's fine.
Squeaking with Vengeance, their album.
This is terrible.
It's terrible. We should just stop.
Yeah, we should. Fair enough. All right. So how was your week?
It was a week. I mean, I can't remember if we talked about it or recorded last weekend in the same room, but we recorded some sweet videos.
Mm-hmm.
Be on the lookouts for them.
I see what you did there. Sweet videos.
See what I did there?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet videos. Mm-hmm. Sweet and Salty Language on Salty Language Pod on the YouTubes.
Right.
In fact, when this show comes up, there should be one live for you to check out.
Yep.
You savages.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
So we got that. I don't know. It's just, wasn't a super eventful week.
Yeah.
Either that or I'm just drawing a complete blank on everything.
Yeah, it's very likely too. That's fine. It happens.
Although I got the dude lined up.
All right.
Because, Logan's hair was looking like hot garbage. So I'm like, all right, we got to get you a haircut. And every time he gets a haircut, I get a beard trim.
Right.
Because I'm there.
Yeah.
I got a beard trim guy.
Yeah. Like you kidnapped him, he's in your basement?
I would.
Yeah.
Because I just call and I'm like, hey, I need an appointment for a beard trim and a haircut. They're like, okay. And every other time, I've never specified beard trim.
Yeah.
I always just go, I just need an appointment. I show up and they're like, oh, what do you do? Because I take my hat off and they're like,
Sure.
what the fuck is,
Yeah. Like I said, a
Who's
haircut.
Chernobyl boy?
Yeah, you're like, I said a haircut. Drop trial.
Yeah.
I need to
trim up, bitch.
Yeah, a nice fresh shave,
But, every other time I've been in the chair and they kind of like, chop it up and shape it up, but I'm usually in and out.
Yeah.
This time I had a guy I've never seen there before, and he was a nice guy. Telling me about he's about ready to turn 43. He takes his family to Florida for his birthday. I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever.
Right.
But he's trimming my beard, and he's doing like staring me in the face. And then he comes in, and then he goes back, make sure everything's even.
Right.
I was in the chair before Logan was sat down to do his haircut, and I was out of the chair after Logan was done.
Nice.
This guy was intense.
Right.
And I was like, wow, he's my guy now. I got his name.
Sure.
He's my dude.
Yep.
Because I felt like he actually took the time and was like, I didn't feel like he was half-assing it.
Right.
Like every other time I'm like, it looks like what I could do at home.
Right.
you know? But I hate doing it at home because I always feel like I'm going to fuck it up.
Yeah, there is that.
The
margin of error, even with a luxurious beard, a margin of error is not much. Because if you get just a little too much one way, it's like, well, I got to even it up. And then next thing you know, you've clean shaven.
Yeah, next thing you know, you look like Wayne Static of some crazy beard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So the question everyone listening wants to know, did he give you a happy ending?
If only.
No? So you didn't get a tip then. I know how you are. No happy ending, no tip. I get it. It's
exactly.
For those listening, that's Tony's rule everywhere.
Right out. Yeah, pizza. Sorry.
Doesn't matter. You're like, well, and they're like, is there anything else? Like, all right, I guess you didn't want a tip. And just shut the door.
Pizza guy's walking like, why did that guy not have pants on?
Again.
Oh, I see you have a tip jar. Well, as I'm getting coffee.
Yeah. You just drop them right then.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Like, sir, what are you doing? Well, I already said I see you have a tip jar.
Yeah. I think this is pretty clear. I don't understand why
Wink, wink.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
You have to have the creepy wink in there, otherwise.
Well, yeah, duh.
Yeah. It's, it's that creepy wink is actually a Morse code or some sort of signal,
Exactly.
Yeah.
They should know, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Should be in the training manual.
See.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's, because you'd really,
it's nice
well, and it's nice though, I'm sure, to walk out of there not feeling like you got a home trim, like,
yeah, right.
To make you feel like you actually had a professional do it,
Right, exactly.
So it's kind of like getting the old, straight razor shave, It's like the part of the reason you ever go for one of those is because that's like a lot of guys won't attempt that on their own because they're afraid of killing themselves, Can
we talk about straight razors for a second?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So, our pals over at Snake Oil Comics, right?
Okay.
Travis their redheaded, bearded leader.
Former enthusiast guest, yeah.
Former enthusiast guest.
Mm-hmm.
It was revealed on, I can't remember what episode, but it was, within the past month and a half maybe.
Yeah.
That Travis shaves his balls with a straight razor.
Yeah, that's a brave man. I mean, in fairness, would you want to use like a Mach 5 or something on that? I mean, that... Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, right? Like, ooh, that's...
I don't want any snow. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's no bueno, man.
I mean, you gotta keep the yard mowed. That's about it.
Sure, but it's like, dude, it's like you don't. I don't. Like I was just talking a minute ago about the chance for error. On a beard, it's like the balls. It's a whole different story.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I know he just recently had a vasectomy, so I mean, I guess if he makes an error, now we're using them anyway. But
yeah, I guess they're
fun to have around.
We learned that on last week's show that you're a big fan.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, by the way, old man Dick way down this week.
Well, that's either good or bad. I mean, does
here's
are we talking like a whiskey dick situation, or like were you insulted that they weren't hard around you?
That would be weird.
Like last week, everyone's at attention. This week, you walk in and it's all Droopy the dog around you.
Oh. Well,
I'm losing it.
Let's put a pin in straight razor ball shaving.
That sounds painful.
I know.
Yeah.
And then let me cover my gray dicks experience.
I feel like gray dicks should be it's like a bit or a segment now.
Maybe. Well, I threw up Elderdick online, and our pal Garrett said that should be like a reworked, a Cthulhu art, but instead of tentacles, it's just dicks.
Ooh, that's terrifying.
Which I'm surprised doesn't exist, to be honest. But Monday was a bad day.
Yeah.
It was not. Monday was okay because it was Wednesday because I had a dentist appointment.
Naturally. Lots of things in your mouth.
And I went.
Gotcha.
So I went into work a little late because I have a dentist appointment, and I'm like, well, fuck it, I'll get to the gym a little late, and maybe the crowd will be different.
Yeah. That
was not a good day to be there.
So the crowd was different then.
The crowd was different. The nudity was an all-time high.
Of course.
There was this guy that...
you went on Wang Out Wednesdays. I mean...
I guess. But this dude was built like Mr. Potato Head, and he just walked around naked. Oh, excuse me. It's like, dude,
like, do you know what a towel is?
Yeah. What are we doing?
Like everyone here should be having Ric Flair robes, Yes,
exactly. With gimp suits underneath.
Well, that's weird, but all right. Are you sure you weren't in a Turkish bathhouse?
Maybe.
Are you sure you're going to the Y?
Who knew? But today was like I was all by myself in the locker room. I'm like, this is a beautiful thing.
Well, either that or you're about to get brutally assaulted because I've seen movies.
Well, yeah, I'll take my chances.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want like an American History X shower.
No, that's very true.
You don't want stitches. Yeah.
No. But I don't know. I think I got the right time. I'll see how it goes Monday. I'm going to try to show up about the same time and leave about the same time.
Right.
It'd be nice to get, like I said, dialed in where there's minimal amount of just dick.
Now, would it be better? Would it be better if it's young dick? And by young, I don't mean, I don't obviously not meaning like anything illegal here. So.
Oh, you mean sexy?
Oh, Tony.
Yeah. No, it's not. Yeah. It's not good. It's just when it's old, like your body's dying. Please put your dick away.
All of our bodies are dying. That's what they do as soon as we're created.
All right, but these guys are on like Park Place.
Oh.
We're on like St. James.
Right. Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, it's the home stretch for some of these fellas.
Fair enough.
Like, I mean, like I was, in my little private showered in or curtain install toweling off, and I hear a cane rattling up the hallway.
Nice.
So it's like, it's just like, Jesus.
Yeah, now, in fairness, you jumped to a conclusion there. I mean, it could have been a pimp. Just pimp walking right through the showers, got the cane with you because you always have to represent,
it's true.
You know, although most of them don't use the 4-prong.
Yeah, with the flexible bottoms, so they don't fall over.
God, what's that one called? The Hurricane. That's what it's called. Like it's that collapsible
I can walk in the sand.
Yep.
Can you?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Yep. Please keep walking out into the desert. You old fuck.
Wow. Damn, dude.
I'll find that hurricane when I'm foraging for artifacts in 50 years.
Right. He just
one lone hurricane in the middle of the desert with some sort of awful belt buckle next to it.
Right. Ooh, that's a good idea.
Like a rotted out loafer.
Ooh, that's weird. All right, so back to ball shaving.
Back to straight. I get, I get the ball shaving.
Well, sure. Who doesn't want to be clean as a baby's bottom? Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. If you want to have clamshell down there, have at it.
Yeah.
But I don't get the straight razor.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm a little confused myself. That seems extreme.
Yeah, I mean, that probably, as he's shaving, his testosterone's probably skyrocketing because that's manly as fuck.
Right. I mean, but man, one wrong move.
Or foolish.
One wrong move and it looks like Reservoir Dogs,
Yeah, exactly.
That's no good. I do wonder, does he play Stuck in the Middle with you or whatever while he's...
Little Steel's Wheels, baby.
Yeah.
He should be.
Yeah.
The whole time, just on a loop.
Yeah. That's kind of
when
weird.
his kids hear that song playing, they're like, ugh.
Yeah,
just
great.
nothing but red pubes everywhere.
Yeah, great. Dad's shaving his balls again.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll get the alcohol.
The shower stall looks like someone just murked Bozo the Clown.
Yeah, that seems accurate. Yeah, because he goes into the bathroom. He's like, "I'm going to trim my beard." Yeah,
everyone's like, "Sure, Dad."
Third beard. Yeah.
Yeah, the old third beard.
Yep.
I don't know. That's just when I read that, I was shocked, amazed, fascinated. I was like, "Is it really? Believe it or not? Where's Dean Cain or Jack Palance? I'd rather have Jack Palance personally."
Yeah, me too. Forget kind of Superman. I want
almost Superman.
Yeah, I want the Crypt Keeper himself.
Goddamn right.
Man, that dude was creepy as hell. Man, I remember as a kid seeing that, and I was like, "This dude's a creep."
Fuck yeah.
And then he lived for like 30 more years. Like, God.
Somehow.
Yeah. Well,
he wandered out into the desert of his hurricane.
Right. After a nice schwitz at the sauna at the Y.
Yeah, definitely.
Ugh, man.
Ugh. That's also the downside.
Mm-hmm.
It's because, when I first started going back, I'm like, all right, going to the gym. There's got to be at least like, trophy wife working out here or something.
Right.
Nah.
Well, that's what happens when you work out at Turkish bathhouses, Tony.
Apparently.
How many times do I have to tell you this? See,
good point.
Your happy ending rule is coming back to bite you in the ass finally.
It's coming back.
Yeah.
Yep. God damn it. Son of a bitch.
Like the whole place is empty. There's like one hot woman on an elliptical and Tony picks the one right next to her.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't even use ellipticals, but how's it going?
Yeah.
Cardio totally ruins my gains.
Yeah.
Speaking of gains, have you seen my shorts?
Oh my.
Good old Jim Dales.
That poor person. Yeah.
Right?
Oh, jeez. So anything else then other than your, Y adventures, I guess?
Oh, well, I mean, I did, new dentist, which I hate going to the dentist.
Right.
Hey, and the last dentist sucked.
Fair
and,
enough. That's the worst part. It's not bad going. Like, when I have a good dentist, I don't mind going, because they're cool. They'll be really, relaxing and everything. But it's like, going to a new dentist, it's like I went to, there was a place going local here. It was a chain, but they were local. But basically, the way they do it is when you go in, you get whatever dentist is available.
Right.
And every time I went in there, it was a different person. And I was like, yeah, I hate this because, I have anxiety. So I don't know what the hell to expect from this dentist versus the last one,
Right.
One of them I had like right in the middle of doing fillings. His wife and his granddaughter showed up. Or wife brought their granddaughter, and he's like, "Oh, I'll be right back." And I'm like, "Really? Like, this is really unprofessional, dude. Like, there's only X amount of time that this Novocaine or whatever you use is gonna work,
Right. Like, don't you have a desert to wander in?
Yeah.
You old
Right? I was like, yeah. So the next time I went in, I was, I didn't get him, and I was like, oh, thank God, because I didn't want him to just meander off while we were,
exactly.
doing things.
Oh, new Reader's Digest.
Yeah, right.
Like, huh?
Well, whoa.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Well, and the difference is, the last dentist I went to one time when he was doing filling, someone came in and had a dental emergency, I guess, wrecked their teeth or something like that. And he finished, he was supposed to do like 3 fillings that day for me. He did that, finished that one up and was like, hey, I'm going to have you come back. And, because this is, a big issue. So, and I was like, yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Because, most of the time fillings don't bother you to the point that you can't, whatever. And this person, I heard them like yelling from the other room. So whatever they did, it was bad,
Right.
So, yeah. But anyway, sorry, go ahead. I cut you way
No, you're
off there.
good. But so, and because the only reason the place I went to before that I used to go to was because my sister used to be a dental hygienist. She doesn't do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where she worked. And I'm like, sure, I'll support her and whatever.
Yeah.
Although it was always weird the occasional time when she would clean my teeth.
Yeah,
this is my sister.
That seems pretty weird. Yeah.
That is weird. But whatever.
At least it was, this. At least it wasn't like something more intimate, I mean, sticking hands in your mouth is pretty intimate, but I mean, there's other areas,
Well, yeah, that's true. Like, I got to check your prostate. Like,
yeah.
what?
Like, all right.
Appointment.
Yeah. It's like, right. I don't think they normally do it. Maybe at the Turkish bathhouse.
Maybe. Bathhouse and dentist all in one.
That's a weird pairing.
And proctologist.
Yeah. That is a super weird pairing, but really efficient,
Yeah. Like, I went to this Turkish bathhouse / dentist / proctologist / urologist.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. You just got to make sure you see them in the right order so they can wash their hands and stuff. You don't want to go ATM.
They checked me for a hernia. I turned and coughed, but he used his mouth. It was crazy.
Like, my tongue is more sensitive than my hands.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna dip them into my face.
Yeah.
And turn and cough.
I have a flawless track record. Like, do you though? Do you? Like, he's like, yeah, you're my first. Huh.
Oh, that's weird.
This is a really weird place, but I kind of like the service.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But, fuck it. I'll keep names or whatever. The hygienist was working on me because, her and I were talking and she's like, well, where'd you used to go before? Mm-hmm. And I told her. I'm like, and the only reason I went there is because my sister used to work for him.
Yeah.
And she's like, really? And like I said, I'll get into the story. And the woman's like, really, what's her name? I gave her my sister's name, or her name before she got married now.
Right.
Like her previous name,
Mm-hmm.
And I guess and the hygienist is like, that's funny. And she's like, and this is where I keep it kind of vague.
Yeah.
Because the hygienist is like, hey, keep this between you and me. I was like,
all right.
Okay. Yeah.
Happy ending. All right. Yeah.
Happy ending. Yeah. She's like, well, I used to work for them. I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah, your sister married my ex. I went, really?
Huh. All right then.
They're not right now. Now I'm thinking, I hope wasn't bad, and you take it out of my face.
Yeah.
Because you're using like scrapers and shit on me.
Sure. Yeah.
But she was like, there was so much drama to happen on Facebook, and I'm happy for them, and I just don't want to hear about it anymore. I'm like, no, that's fair.
You're like, you brought it up.
Yeah, well, it was just kind of like a small world weird situation.
Sure, yeah.
And I know, no one that is involved will ever listen to this, I would sure assume.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's safe.
Right.
But it was just weird. And then, but her and I got along. You know, she was fine, and I hear clocking of heels, and she's like, "Oh, here comes the doctor. You're gonna love her. She's crazy." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
She's crazy.
I'm thinking some crazy old bat is gonna come in and be all like, "Woo!"
Yeah.
Nah, just pretty attractive younger lady came in.
Right.
It's like, oh, please stick your fingers in my mouth.
Well, you want her to like fish hook you?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Let's get crazy.
I'm numbed up. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it. So yeah, I don't know. All in all, it was a good dental experience. So
yeah,
and it's nice to have like because it's been no joke, and it's been probably going to horrify people. 2 years since I've been to the dentist.
Yeah.
And I drink a lot of coffee because they're looking at me and they're like, "Do you smoke?" And I went, "No."
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, you drink a lot of coffee, don't you?" And yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to have white teeth again.
Yeah, right.
Because I brush like a motherfucker, but they were coffee stained.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
It's weird. Tony just walks around with a toothbrush in his mouth all day. He just constantly.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I think he just likes the motion, but whatever. No judgment, just
But yeah, so I mean, I guess yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I should probably do that too.
The beard trim. I spent a lot of time in a chair this week.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Chairs and stalls this week.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
True.
Trying to avoid all that elderdick.
So difficult. Especially when they're like, "Oh, excuse me," you're like, "Hey,
yeah." There's
other side of the bench,
yeah,
stupid.
You're like, there's like 20 feet, 20-foot wide walkway, and they're like snugging up to you as they're walking by. It's like, dude, really? Come on.
Like, Jesus,
your cataracts aren't that bad, It sounds eventful. So
it was eventful,
right?
Very eventful.
So your teeth
I'm really trying to because I'm getting older.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of myself.
Yeah.
But I hate the dentist.
Yeah.
And I hate the doctor. And I know it's all got, revolving around dealing with all the stuff that my dad went through. This is all doctor's offices and shit.
That makes sense.
I just hate going.
Yeah. Like I hate going to the dentist because for a long time I didn't have insurance. So when I did go, it was going to be brutal. It was going to be like, hey, since you don't come in for regular cleanings, we've got to do like 6 cavities or whatever today. And it's like, yay,
Joy, oh joy.
Yeah,
and then we're going to have to lop off your left hand and then sell it to science.
Mm-hmm. Sounds accurate. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds about right. Yeah. Actually, I need to go again. I was just thinking about it the other day because the last dentist I went to, unfortunately, I really like him, but he doesn't take the insurance that I have now. So I have to go somewhere else, which sucks. I mean, there's dentists really close to me though. That is convenient. I don't know about any of them, but there's some that are like literally right up the street from here.
Well,
so
the reason I went to the place I went to was I just popped in Google, like dentist reviews my area, know?
Yeah.
And it's the top reviewed place.
Ah.
And when I was there filling out my paperwork, I see why. Because they have a big flyer on the counter that was like, rate us on Google. And we'll enter your name or your email in for like a $500 gift card or whatever.
That'll do it.
I'm like, well, that'll drive up your reviews.
Certainly will.
Pretty smart.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It did kind of jade me a little bit until I was done, and I was like, oh, that was fine.
Yeah, right.
But at first, I'm like, oh, you sneaky fucks.
It is. I mean, it's it's like slipping a little payola there.
Like you grease the palms a little bit, and we'll maybe you'll win something.
Yeah. So, I guess that's fine though, right? My doctor's office actually has a dental thing in it, but I haven't looked up the reviews and stuff, so. I may do that because again, it's right up the street and it's the same place I'm already going. So they, the files can be shared and, it's convenient. It's like,
convenient.
Yeah, it's like my therapist is in the same building as my doctor. So all the records transfer super easy. I don't have to worry about, hey, you didn't, whatever. So.
Yeah. I mean, convenience is worth a lot.
Right. But I also need to feel comfortable, like the last dentist when I told him that I had, anxiety and stuff like that. He was real cool about it and was like, we're not going to do anything. He's like, my goal is not to hurt you. He's like, so if something starts to hurt you, let me know. And, although the one time when he was doing, he did a couple cavities, and then there was one other one that he's like, we'll get it next time. And then he was in there, he's like, do you want to just do it now? He's like, it won't take very long. I'm like, let's do it. And the stuff started wearing off, so I could feel it. And for anyone who hasn't felt that, usually when you're numbed up pretty good, you can feel the drill, especially if they have to use like the coarse one, to really grind out a bunch of decay. But, I could not only feel it, but as he did it, it felt like someone was basically just stabbing me with an ice pick or something. And I'm
that sounds fun.
So I'm cringing a little bit, and he goes, do you want me to numb you up? And I was like, yeah, just like, bring it on. Let's go.
Yeah.
So for like 15 or so minutes, I went pretty close to, not like, it was a little numb, but it wasn't anywhere near what it needed to be,
Yeah, and, for sure.
And I was like, because, when they numb you up, you have to wait for it to take effect and blah. So I was like, fuck, plus then it's going to add time to how long before, I'm not talking like mush mouth, so I was just like, I'm like,
what's
fuck
more
it.
fun to try and drink water like that?
Oh, dude, right? I'm like, yeah. So basically I was just like, fuck it. I can, dude, I'm surprised I didn't rip the arms off the chair though. It wasn't like it was horribly painful. It was just really uncomfortable.
Yeah. It sucked.
Yeah. I don't recommend it. That's for sure.
Do not recommend.
No, looking back, I should have, and I even said that to him afterwards. I was like, I should have had you numb that up. I just didn't,
What are you going to do?
Yeah, well, he told me it'd probably be about 15 minutes, and I was like, I can suck up pain for 15 minutes, Didn't really know what to expect, though, so that was smart, because he asked me like 3 times, are you sure? That should have probably been my clue.
I got it, Doc. Let's do it.
Yeah, he's like, you do know I'm grinding out an area right by, basically, by a root, right? I'm fine. Let's do this.
Like, what am I, a pussy, Doc?
Yeah. You got any whiskey? Give me a...
Spit in his face.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Doc.
Give me 2 fingers and let's go. And give me some whiskey.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, whiskey kind of sounds good.
I know, right? I had, how I've been nipping at that honey whiskey I've had forever now, basically. Yeah. I killed it, finally. It's gone. I have no more boozes, my friend. I have beer. I have no liquors of any kind in this house. I'm not a happy man.
That is a problem.
Not a happy man. I need random whiskeys to just show up at the doorstep,
Well, maybe we do random whiskey, sweet and salty language videos.
It is a great idea. I'm in for that.
I don't know how we would acquire random whiskeys exactly.
We'd have to go buy them. I don't think we're going to get gifted whiskeys.
Yeah, probably not.
We should. All the whiskey companies should send us whiskey to try.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, right? Why wouldn't you?
Oh, actually, speaking of whiskey, I got my...
Actually, I know what we could do. If we could just, go up to Dev's house when he's not home.
That's true.
We'll just go get all his bourbons.
That's all the way up there, though.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just knock off a liquor store. But not the good liquor stores.
Right. The shitty ones, like Joseph's.
Yeah, the ones we don't care if they
Going
let us
local.
back in. Yeah.
No, I got my... I signed up for that Maker's Mark barrel program. I put your name on a barrel, and I got my shit in the mail today. But it was very confusing because it's this big envelope, and just on the front, it doesn't. It has my name.
Yeah,
it doesn't say anything about Maker's Mark, but it just says official ambassador documents inside. I'm like, what? What am I an ambassador to?
Yeah.
And then it clicked. Oh, that's right. I signed up for the stupid Maker's Mark thing.
Right.
So then in, X amount of years, I'll get an invite to go down there and get whiskey from whatever barrel my name's on.
I like it.
Pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because we were talking about doing the bourbon trail like Dev did anyway at some point.
Yeah.
Because.
What a delicious trip. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That's how you vacation, Like skip merrily from bourbon distiller to the next,
Druncation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know, for some reason today, it's probably because it was a, goofy, shitty day at work. But I was just thinking like, man, I need like a nice long weekend with no kids where I can just get plowed. Every once in a while you kind of need that.
Right. That makes sense.
Within reason.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's someone out there that'll, buy your kids for a weekend or something like that. Just put them on Craigslist for a minute.
It's true.
You know?
It's true.
I'm sure it'll happen.
Yeah, it always seems like whenever that opportunity comes up, usually I'm driving.
Yeah.
So I can't really, can't hop on the old train to Drunksville.
Right. Yeah, and we live far enough away from the places we would go here that we can't really Uber.
Yeah,
because
not affordably.
Yeah, not affordably.
Could, but it's dumb.
Exactly.
So it's like, it kind of puts me in a pickle.
A bit.
Yeah, I wish we knew someone that lived downtown where I could just make that a hub.
Right. That's what I was saying a few years ago, that I should just get a place downtown. That way everybody can just stay at my place after, for as long as you need to, basically. That
now
way
we're talking.
Yeah. Because we can, Uber it back or get a penny cab or something like that,
Sleep for like 3 hours in the stoop.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't let you in. I would just.
Well, of course
not.
Like, oh, God, he's an animal right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, listen, I'm not letting a raccoon in my house. I know how that turns out.
I think the next time it's going to be one of those weekends is mid-February when we go down and visit the Hobie crew for the Cincinnati thing.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like a train wreck. Yeah. Well, I mean, you'll
have
have to drink to tolerate them.
Shit show. But,
yeah. Yeah, like I said, you'll have to drink to tolerate them. So, yeah. I kid.
I do, and I mentioned it today on Twitter to those guys that I need to attempt to acquire some hams.
Yeah.
Specifically for that weekend.
Yes.
Because I'm sure at some point we'll meet those guys and podcast something, because that's what podcasters do.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just meet up and say hi and have dinner.
Well, you could.
No, we got to record something.
You're right. Just take them to a local bathhouse,
I'm sure they know them.
Because they're familiar with the area.
Well, yeah, of course.
Right,
of course.
right. Not that you were insinuating that they're frequenters of said bathhouses.
Right, exactly.
Right. Even if they are. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, so what else?
I was looking on Yelp and I see Brigger's Bathhouse. The old B&B.
Oh boy. Now we know what happens to Hobie after hours. As soon as they're done recording, towels come off.
Exactly.
Oh my.
Nothing but clouds of steam and hot action. Oh yeah.
Oh my, that's terrifying.
It is.
Good times though. All right, so what else? Anything else this week?
Not really. It's been kind of a lame week.
Yeah, I hear you. It has been for me too. I'm gearing up to go to the grocery store tomorrow, which is big and exciting. Except we haven't gone in a while because there's been random sickness going through the house.
Yes.
So we're at that point where, you open the cabinets and like moths fly out, basically.
Right.
Or, what was it?
Fridge, there's like mustard, mayonnaise, and olives or something.
Delicious. Yeah. That's perfect. Just throw them right in the magic bullet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's going to be an adventure because plus, as I mentioned, they remodeled that store. So I still don't know where everything is. Although I will say this, it's a Kroger store, and their app is actually really good about that. If you type in what you're looking for, it'll tell you what aisle it's on.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
So that's useful for obscure
things. So
you
mean technology solves my problem when I just wander and my kids go, "Can't you just ask?" And I go, "No."
Yes.
We will find it.
Yes. You don't have to ask anyone. You could, although it's not 100%. There's been a few times where I've typed something in and nothing comes up. Because maybe it'll be entered differently than you're typing it in. But, most of the time, if you just enter in the brand name or the product, it'll, like I was looking I didn't know where nutritional yeast would be. So.
Nutritional? Okay. What's the difference between yeast and nutritional yeast?
Couldn't tell you, but I saw a recipe that, Elton Brown has for, it's basically his version of Cheetos dust for popcorn.
That's awesome.
And I was like, yes, because I love crushing popcorn. And I was like looking to see what I need to get. And I think it's for that recipe. You need like nutritional yeast or something like that. So, Yeah. So it's, obviously it's in the same aisle as, yeast would be, but I didn't know where that is because they've moved all the shit around.
I gotta know what fucking nutritional yeast is.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. All I know is it's in aisle 22. So that's why I looked it up, because I was like, I have no idea where this will be in the store, but I can look it up ahead of time, kind of have an idea.
There you go, nutritional yeast versus yeast. So it says with nutritional yeast, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but the scientific term for the yeast itself is not obtained from the brewing industry. Boo. But it's grown on molasses or some other medium. While brewer's yeast is obviously made in the brewing industry.
Sure.
I don't understand why there's a difference.
I don't either. But okay. Maybe there's a taste profile difference or something. I don't know. I don't even know why he needs it in the recipe. I just saw, the recipe's got like 5 ingredients or something like that. And, put them in a thing, give them the old shuka and then put it over the popcorn. And he basically, on the post I read, he talks about how, he's like, you will become addicted to this. He's like, I eat this all the time. So, and
is it delicious?
It's what he's saying. I haven't had it, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
no, that's why
you said you made it.
No, I'm going to buy this stuff so I can do it. Because like I said, I enjoy popcorn. So why not, and I would rather eat popcorn with that on it than buy Cheetos. So,
Makes sense.
Especially if it's something where I can just buy some ingredients and keep making my own powder for it, because they have like, those shakers that have different flavors, but none of them are close.
What makes the cheesy flavor?
Shit, I don't remember. Let me see if I can pull this list up here real quick. Damn it, Tony. Always making life
Unless
difficult.
nutritional yeast tastes like cheese, and then I'm just going to be doing lines of it.
Right? It'd be like that. Was that Family Guy, I think it was, where it shows Chester Cheetah just snorting the Coke?
Yeah, exactly.
Easy. Yeah. You use cheddar cheese powder and buttermilk powder, nutritional yeast. I don't have the recipe. I just have the things down that I need to buy. So, but yeah.
I didn't know you could buy powdered cheese.
I didn't either.
What the fuck is going on?
I gotta look to see if I can find it at the store though, because I don't know if you can buy that, or if that's something I'll have to like order or something. But
right,
I'm gonna look, because if I have to order it, then I'll hold off on the yeast and stuff too. But
that's fascinating.
Yeah,
I'm learning all kinds of shit.
I like different toppings on popcorn, and what I usually use is that I can't think of it now. That stuff we put on the tots at that one brewery in Dundee.
Oh, shit.
Creole seasoning. There you go.
Yeah, I have a thing of it in my pantry because I like it so much.
Right on, yeah. Like I throw it on popcorn, and the only problem I have with it is it makes me sneeze. A lot. Like I'm eating it and it's delicious, but I'm just like,
I'm dying.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's like you can tell if I'm eating popcorn with that on it, 'cause I'll be sneezing for like 20 minutes.
So, apparently you can make powdered cheese, Brian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it involves getting hard cheese, drying it in the oven, freezing it, and then like throwing it through a food processor, basically.
Interesting. Okay.
So you use the oven to dry the shit out, and then you freeze it, and then you have...
All right. Interesting. Yeah. Well, I'll definitely look at the ingredients on, like, buying it, because if it's like a bunch of weird shit, then I'll do it that way probably.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather have real than some weird shit.
I agree.
But yeah, anyway.
Weird shit is weird.
I'm sure people are enthralled by this conversation. Like,
fuck yeah, they're like, these guys are like goddamn culinary geniuses.
Yeah. Well, it's like
shit.
Elton Brown also mentioned that he had like a barbecue chips, but like a barbecue one for popcorn, but he has not published that anywhere that I see. And I sent him a tweet and was like, hey, do you have a recipe for this? But I didn't get a response.
None.
No.
I have an idea. You take the barbecue chips, right?
Yeah.
Run them through a food processor.
Right.
Barbecue chip powder.
Sure. Yeah, you're probably not terribly wrong on that, but
Flavor Town.
I've read, like when I was making chips at home, I've seen some recipes for, barbecue flavoring and stuff, but they never are right. Like it isn't the same, And he mentioned on one of his podcasts, like I forgot what the ingredient was, but he's like, you basically can't you can't do it right without, this. And I can't remember what it was. But he also talked on the potatoes, how he like smokes his potatoes if he's making chips.
That's an amazing idea.
Yeah, that way, because then you add that smokiness into the chip, and then when you put the flavoring on it, it comes through better,
Right.
Which makes
Dude,
tons of
can't
sense.
wait to get my smoker.
I know, right?
I'm going to be smoking my headphones here.
I know.
This notebook. All the things get smoked.
Yeah, you'll be smoking more than Snoop Dogg,
Oh, it'll be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah. Just going to quit your job to smoke things.
That'll be our new series of sweet and salty language videos. Just smoking all the things.
Can I smoke it? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Fuck yeah. I can't wait.
I'm down for that because, there's all sorts of things, especially after that conversation we had with the guys when we went out to dinner that one night about all the things they've already smoked in theirs,
Yup.
Jesus.
You're goddamn right.
Yep. So, good times ahead, hopefully. I know. Careful. You don't want to get
I'm getting all fired up.
Yeah, I was like, man, you don't want to get your loins all, tingling right now.
I'm going to start bugling like an elk and be on the rut all of a sudden.
Typical podcast.
Exactly.
Classic,
Here he goes again.
Classic Tony.
I found out today my dog does not like elves.
Okay.
Because I was playing Skyrim before everyone got home.
Yeah.
And, the load screen, it loads and it's like, it brings up an object from the game.
Yeah.
And it has like, hey, here's a brief description of the shit we're showing you.
Right.
And it was an elvish shield. And the dog's sitting between my legs, because that's what she likes to do.
Yeah.
Staring at the TV. And it does very, very slow, like Ken Burns effect. So it slowly rotates the shield.
Yeah.
And she's staring at it. And then she's just like, she starts like creeping towards the TV. And then the game loaded and went away and she was fine.
Wow.
It was so weird.
That's crazy.
It's like, wow, she doesn't like elves. Huh.
Wow. All right. Wow.
Very bizarre.
Huh. Interesting.
Maybe in her previous life, or her previous owner beat her with an elven shield or something.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Just you didn't know, like elves are natural enemies of dogs. Like,
apparently.
Yeah. They love everything that's living except dogs.
Except dogs.
Except dogs.
Fuck that dog.
Yeah. Everything
in particular,
else.
this one.
Right. Everything else they nurture, they love, Dogs, right out.
Yeah, they're out.
Yeah.
It's over, Jenny.
Mm-hmm. Which
That
seems
was
weird.
weird.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. That's really funny, though. Good shit. All right, so what else we got here? Oh, shoot, I forgot to send you the video, but oh well. I'll talk about it anyway. Fluffy Bunny Ash sent me a link to a YouTube's channel that's called Squire. Have you heard of this?
Dare I say, super fan, Fluffy Bunny Ash.
Yes. Canadian field reporter even,
Ooh, that's an
sorry about
excellent
that.
title.
Yeah. She's CRF, or CFR. Anyway, this guy plays, like, he does videos of him playing, like, Battlefield 1 and games like that, but he talks like a chap through them, like as kind of like a proper gentleman. Like, he does like a broadcasting thing, and the presentation's really good on him. And, yeah, so obviously we'll have, the old link
Links.
and stuff.
Linkadoos.
Yeah, but I definitely, I watched a couple of them and they were pretty funny. And, I dug them. And, again, as we're proper gentlemen and such, right up our
And we've
alley.
interviewed proper gentlemen.
We certainly have.
Such as Mr. B and Professor Elemental.
Yep.
And, oh God, I can't remember the guy's name. Jared. That's his actual name.
Yeah, you're right.
Fuck.
Oh my goodness.
I can't remember his chap hop name.
That's terrible. I can't think of his name either.
I'm a dick.
Oh my God. No. Yeah, totally blanking right now.
I'm looking.
Okay. Yeah. Because we both feel like idiots at the moment.
Yeah, I know but I know his actual name.
Yeah, right.
It's got to say something.
Yeah, I totally cannot remember his name. That's awful. Yeah.
Like I said, Mr. B and Professor Elemental.
Yeah, I remember those two. Yeah, I just don't remember Jared now. Shoot. And I should.
Yeah.
Because he's the American one.
He's the American chap hop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nope, there's old Straight Razor Balls himself as I'm cycling through our enthusiast episodes.
Right. Damn it.
I know, right?
Oh, man.
God damn, that was a while ago. There he is. Pop Lock Home.
There you go. Yeah. Jeez.
Damn, that was a while ago.
I know.
Jesus.
It's been a long time since we've done those.
I know, right?
Yep. Those were good.
Hey, you want to
Good
listen
times.
to our Chap Hop interviews? Check out The Enthusiasts on our website, saltylanguage.com.
Yeah. Good times. And we're joined on...
Oh.
We were joined on all three by Oz, weren't we?
Not with Pop Lock.
Not with Pop Lock. Okay.
Oz was with Professor Elemental and Mr. B, for sure.
Right, definitely. Okay.
Yeah, Pop Lock was just us.
Oh, right.
Right.
Just those guys.
Those guys.
Yeah. Fair enough.
How was anything else popping off then? On your end of the spectrum?
I listened to like this week. I've been given a lot of listen to the new Metallica album,
Right.
because I listened to the new 12 for a Penny, and they were talking about their like favorite albums of the year, basically, or albums that kind of surprised them. With how they were.
I've listened to that Metallica one a couple times. What do you think of it?
The more I listen to it, the more it grows on me. Like, I'm actually I've listened to it 3 times this week, so 4 times overall. Each time front to back, all the tracks.
Right.
And, they made a great point about how it's really kind of Metallica returning to form,
It sounds all right. Yeah.
Geez, sorry about that. But yeah, and I agree with that. Like, when you really start listening to the songs and stuff, I think there's some really solid stuff on the album. And, the more I thought about it, one of the times I listened to it, I immediately listened to Death Magnetic right after it. And I've listened to Death Magnetic probably 4 or 5 times straight through, like I've listened to various songs more, but just straight through. And there's not one song on that album that I'm just like really jumps out at me, Whereas this one, like I was telling Heno last night, I've had, Moth into the Flame and Atlas Rise just running through my head all week. And there's a few of the other songs too that just really kind of jump out there. And I kind of feel like part of it has to do with like, it feels like they didn't mail this one in, like they really tried. And I feel like James is really trying to, and they mentioned this on 12 for a Penny too. And I totally agree. It feels like James is actually kind of using his like rock voice instead of just trying to sing-songy things.
Right.
So, there was that as well. And also it helped that I listened to the Song Exploder with James and Lars, which was a really good listen, about how they actually they referenced themselves on this album, from older songs. And it makes sense because remember when I first listened to a couple of the songs, I was like, it feels like another song.
Right.
And that explains why, because they actually, like on Moth into the Flame, they took from, damn it, I couldn't remember.
Disposable Heroes,
Thank
right?
you, Disposable Heroes. But they changed it a little bit, and for that song. So I'm very much, the album's really grown on me to the point that it's not just like, it's all right. To where I'm like, this is a good album. Like I really like it.
You know what I had? My problem with listening to that Song Exploder was
what?
Because I was working, so I'm driving around and I'm listening to it. And I found myself starting to talk like Lars because I was just mocking him.
I know, right? I do that when I listen to
he talks like this for some reason.
Yeah. Sounds like such a surfer,
I was like, God damn it, Lars.
Yeah. You're waiting for him to just start dropping like radicals and stuff like that at times. It's so weird. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I even like that, like he references how he pulled from like a friend of his that's on Mastodon, how he tried to mimic his style a little bit. And I was like, you can hear on a couple of the songs on the album where it's not typical like Lars sound. Yeah. That's still my only real critique of the thing is that Heno mentioned it to me once before. That's like, once you hear the Lars-ness of an album, you hear it on every album and it's hard to get out of your head.
Fair enough.
So,
what do you mean, man?
So, but other than that though, I really been digging it though. So, which makes me happy because, I've wanted a really good Metallica album for a long time. You know,
Right.
It's been a minute since there was one. So
Yeah, this is true.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I was telling Heno, off the last couple albums, if they had toured, I would have been like, hey, I don't know about going to see him because I really don't want to hear this stuff, you know?
Yes.
Like
yeah.
this album, I'd like to, you know, if they were like coming through here, I'd be like, we should go see Metallica, you know, because I'd be down to see this. And of course, they'll play old stuff, even though we've seen all the old stuff.
I'll be honest. Like, say, you know, they were coming through and they were like, hey, we're going to play Toledo when they were doing like Saint Anger.
Yeah.
I would have been like, okay.
We still would have went. Yeah, for sure.
I'm there.
I know. We still would have went because it's still Metallica. I mean, I
mean,
don't think we'll ever see a better Metallica concert than we did already, where they literally played like everything.
Yeah,
you know,
this is true.
Even pulling stuff from like, you know, playing most of Garage Inc. for us, you know, so.
Yeah.
I
think the only time I probably wouldn't see Metallica is like, say when, I don't know, they're in their 70s and it's just become like James and Friends, you know?
Right. No, that band will be like James and Lars till the end, you know?
Yeah, this is true. It's like Kiss with fucking Gene and,
Ace.
Yeah.
Or Paul Stanley, sorry.
No,
Ace,
yeah, it's like not
Stanley.
Ace,
Yeah.
the other guy.
Yeah, Paul Stanley.
The Star Child.
Right. So true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. There probably is a limit to where I'm like, all right, I'm good. You know, like, I don't know that I want to see him in there. Although, man, I don't know. I mean, if they can still get out there and do it like this at 70, I'm in.
That's true. Unless they become like Sting, they start playing the lute.
Oh,
like,
God.
what the fuck?
Well, they already had their lute stage.
That's true.
They already had their James wants to be a country singer minute, you know, so.
Right.
Let's not have that. Although I remember seeing a long time ago that he used to go to like blues bands or blues clubs and perform. Like when they'd have like open mics and stuff, he'd go and just do a set in a blues bar and he'd just do blues music.
Who's he think he is, Duke Silver?
I know, right? Can you imagine though? You're at the blues club, you know, you just, you know, nice chill night, and all of a sudden he walks up and you're like, is that James Hetfield? Like, well, what's going on here, guys?
Well, it's kind of like, there's a podcast I listen to, Tuesdays of Stories. It's got a couple stand-ups from New York that do it.
Yeah.
But, like when I first started listening, they were basically nobodies. Mm-hmm. But now the one guy opens for Amy Schumer on the road, and the other guy opens for Louis C.K.
Oh, okay.
So they become somebody.
They're at least getting notoriety. Sure.
Yeah,
who are they? Do you know the names?
It's Mark Normand is the guy who does Schumer, and Joe List is the guy who does.
Okay, I know of them. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But and on the last episode, I'm behind on my podcast, but the last episode I listened to, Joe was talking about how they went to, I don't know, some city somewhere, I don't remember where, and he knows like the guy who runs the comedy club. He was just going to go to the open mic just to kind of work some stuff out, and Louis like, oh, I want to go, and so they didn't tell anybody.
Yeah,
you know,
right,
except for the people working at the club.
Yeah.
So you imagine going and paying $5 to watch open mic comedy, and Louis C.K. comes out.
Yeah, right. You know, it would be great.
Crazy.
What would be great is if Louis went up and just did a bunch of really terrible material.
Yeah, like pulls out his notebook.
No, just like just comes up and does like his first jokes or something.
Oh, that'd be pretty funny.
Yeah. Do you know what? Actually, that would be similar to like The Meltdown. I don't know if you've ever watched that on Comedy Central.
I have not. I've heard about it.
You should.
But I've never watched it.
There's a lot of comedians that go up for their like segments on that show and just do really experimental stuff. Like you can tell it's not stuff that they're probably going to do a lot with. Like some of them will do a song or just some really, really weird like improv kind of thing or something. And it's just, I think, just getting up there, stretching the creative muscles and just, you know, just entertaining people. But
nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, it's great. I love the show. It's really funny. But it's, you know, I kind of feel that that's what that show does really well, is it feels like stuff that people are like, yeah, like, cause they'll show backstage sometimes and the people are like, I don't know how this is going to go over, but you know,
yeah, we'll see.
Yep. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I've just been listening to like random Spotify music, the Discover Weekly. So I couldn't tell you what they are, but I always I listen to a couple of great rap tracks. You think I'd be prepared?
No, I wouldn't.
They're good, Brian.
I would not expect that at all, my friend. You know, I was telling you before we recorded, I was listening to, Heno told me to listen to Dean Del Rey's podcast, which is called, Let There Be Talk. And, his newest episode is, I can't remember the guy's name. I think it's Mark something, but he's a guy from Whitesnake, I believe.
McGrath?
Yeah, exactly. No. And they were talking about the Temple of the Dog reunion. And, you know, it was funny. They were talking about like the early days of Soundgarden and how they were more of a punk band and stuff like that. And, because, you know, the Seattle scene is pretty punk based. Even the grunge that came from there kind of was punk based.
Right.
And, I was telling Heno, I was like, I don't know if I've ever listened to much Soundgarden that was pre, Bad Motorfinger, you know? And,
yeah, fair enough.
You know, he was like, oh man, he's like, you know, and just telling me about some of it. So, I was like, that's going to be my next little journey, is to go back and listen to like old Soundgarden, because, you know, I want to hear their difference, because, you know, I'm familiar with them from Bad Motorfinger forward, which there's a few changes in there, you know. But going the other way, I'm curious to hear them as they get younger, basically, you know.
Right.
So, yeah, if you were a fan of like, you know, kind of the grunge era and stuff, like, you know, the Temple of the Dog thing was a really, you know, they had a pretty good conversation breaking down the scene of how that all started and what came out of it, and covering the concert and stuff. It was a really good listen.
Nice.
So, yeah. And Dean Del Rey's, you know, his show's pretty good. I don't listen to it regularly, but it's the ones I've listened to, because Heno every once in a while will, you know, be like, hey, you should listen to this. So I'll download it and listen to it. And if it wasn't for already being impossibly behind, I'd probably add it, because I do dig a lot of the conversations he has with comedians and musicians. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many quality podcasts, such as this one, out there, that it's so hard to listen to everything.
Yeah. Right.
You know?
And again, I mentioned the Song Exploder one too, which I know you and I both have our stamp of approval on. Yeah. That's an awesome one.
Yeah, that's a great one.
And it's usually less than 20 minutes. So.
Well, I just started to listen to another one called Lore. And it's a half hour, and it's about history. Because a friend of mine was like, you should check this out. They're like, this is the only podcast to listen to. And I'm thinking, oh, what about mine? Well,
yeah. Thanks, jerk. No.
But you know, half hour. And like the last one it was about castles, and basically the nonsense that happens within the walls, like secret passages, and yeah, it was interesting, especially for half hour.
Cool.
That's my favorite thing, half hour.
Yeah, you know, it's funny.
Despite that, I can't. I'm talking shit though because of our show.
I know, right?
I love the half hour shows.
I only
listen to all 2 hours of this stuff.
I've said it various times. You know, I do that. Like if I'm sitting down to listen, I'll scroll through what I've got, and I'll look for those shows that are the half hour range, and I'll power through like 6 of them rather than just listen to like 2 episodes of something else or 3 episodes. You know, I've done that quite a bit, mainly because in the end, it's like looking at a to-do list and doing all the real quick and easy stuff first, you know, and then you go, wow, I did like 12 things today. And it's like, yeah, you really didn't do much, but you did 12 things, you know, so I kind of feel that way. It's where it's like, oh, cool.
There's something satisfying about that.
Yeah. Like I cleaned out 12 podcasts today by, you know, listening to them. So it makes you feel like you're moving forward on them rather than I listened to one, you know, it's like, oof. Exactly. Like the other night, you know, I listened to a Rogan one and it was like 3.5 hours, you know, and it was like, that was all I listened to that night, you know, so it was good. It was worth it. It was just, you know, I'm looking at like 50 other podcasts going, you know,
right. Yeah, I'm like a week behind. I'm catching up slowly but surely.
Yeah, I'm forever behind, but I you know, just keep slogging ahead as I can. So
you live in the days of podcast past.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny because I used to hate the idea of some shows, like when I was first telling Heno about like Invisibilia and some other podcasts where they do seasons, you know.
Right.
I hated it, much like I hated hiatuses in comic books, you know. But the more I've been around them, the more I like them because it gives you an opportunity to catch up. You know, like once Invisibilia is done, I know that's one show that won't be dropping every week. That's one less one, you know, so I can listen to something else that I'm maybe 2 or 3 episodes behind. I can catch up a little more, you know. So
yeah, but that makes sense.
yeah, I finally just caught up on Tim Ferriss. You know, I had like 8 of them in my queue. I was like, I got to at least listen to a few of these.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I hate deleting them because you never know what's going to be on an episode.
There's always some good nuggets, no matter what. Like, I'm going to have on a guy who designs butt plugs. You're like, what?
Yeah.
And there's some amazing nugget of information that the guy does.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fascinating.
It's so true. It's so true. That's why I enjoyed that show, you know. But it is tough. I've noticed lately it seems like his episodes have been getting shorter, though. Like, seems like he's been closer to an hour and a half on a lot of them. So I appreciate that. Because, you know, again, we're talking about length of shows, and we're like, you know, ours will be like.
I see Schwarzenegger's back on his most recent episode.
I didn't even see that. Oh, cool. I'll listen to that. Yeah. He was great last time.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was like. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love listening to Terminator.
And the host of The Celebrity Apprentice.
Ugh.
No?
I've heard all about that.
Yeah.
His catchphrases, get to the chopper, you're terminated.
Oh, yeah.
Why is there no, you've been erased?
I agree.
That'd be awesome. If they dropped that one week, they would have my approval.
They need Matt Hardy to host it so they can just have him delete people.
Yes.
Delete.
Exactly.
Delete.
Please, let's do that.
Oh, can you imagine him as broken Matt Hardy hosting the Celebrity Apprentice? That'd be
Celebrity
awesome.
Apprentice. Well, first the celebrities were like, who are you?
Yeah, right? Oh. Actually, he can, like, they can help him work, like, wrestling shows and stuff, like booking, you know, the card and stuff. Storyline writing. This would be a good, fun show to watch. No.
Wait, okay, so now I got a question. This isn't a Q to W question, but I have a question for you.
All right.
So, you know, obviously Trump not going to be doing The Apprentice, and,
right.
You know, Schwarzenegger's the current one. Who should the next host of The Celebrity Apprentice be?
That's a good question. I mean, I think I just nailed it, but, you know, only for the one line. Like, you just need him for the end of the show. Delete. Yeah.
I agree.
You know, it's funny you ask that too, because I think, like, the ratings haven't been great with Arnold, you know, so I wonder if they will try another person or if they'll stick with him. Because, you know, it's love or hate Trump. The way he approaches that show and the charisma for that show was good. You know, like, I didn't like the show, but he was a good fit for that show, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know about Arnold. He just feels like he's trying to get his catchphrases in. Although,
yeah, that's what I heard.
That may not be him. That may be the producers. Like, hey, you know,
I'm sure it's the stupid writers.
Yeah. Like, remember Running Man? You had all these catchphrases. Yeah, this will be good. Be like, you know, stick around.
Before break, we need you to say bye, Crom.
Yeah. That doesn't even make sense. He's like, by Jove, that's not organic to the plot. Like, what the hell? Yeah. And he's like, when's the tasteful nudity?
Exactly.
Like, no, Arnold, no nudity in this one.
What about the Hulkster?
Hulk Hogan? That'd be an interesting one. I'll tell you who'd be really interesting would be like Vince McMahon.
Oh yeah, that would actually be good.
To watch him, like, just probably destroy people because, you know, his standards are so high. You know, but yeah, you know, Hulk Hogan would be a good one because, you know, he's again, charisma. You need somebody with really good. You
need someone with charisma, exactly.
Yeah. And I love Arnold, like when he was on Ferris, he's great, you know, and all that, but it's just, if it's forced, it's a different story, you know?
Yeah. That's the problem, I think, is they're forcing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of anybody who would be, like I said, you need that charisma.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to have Hogan so you could do like a cut my music, like the old NWO style stuff.
Yes. I'm trying to think what his line would be though, you know, cause I don't know. Although it'd be great because if you get him, I mean, I'd love to be able to have Mean Gene in there too, so you can keep having the "Let me tell you something, Mean Gene." But
yeah, it's true.
Kind of like, you know, have him do like the recap after the board meeting. You know, Hogan walks out.
I don't know what his firing phrase would be though.
Yeah, I don't know either.
What you gonna do when you're out of a job?
Yeah, see, it's just I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly can't think of, off the top of my head, of a celebrity
Right.
that's got the charisma / would have a good catchphrase.
Yeah.
To be the host.
Right. Because even McMahon, you know, it's like he says you're fired on TV a whole bunch, and you can't really use that. So, you know, because they're gonna, you know, everyone attributes that to Trump. So you'd have to find something else. And I don't mean, you know, it'd be great with, you know, yeah, like No Chance in Hell playing as Vince struts into the boardroom.
Yeah, right.
All of the other stuff, I think Vince would be actually, I mean, legitimately, I think it would be a really interesting show, you know?
Right.
Because his consulting people could be literally his family, you know, almost, you know, like his wife who, you know, has been part of the WWE for years and, you know, well, she's busy now, but, you know, is head of, or soon to be head of the, was it Small Business Association or whatever? So, but you know, I think there would be a legitimacy to it too, because they've built, you know, he took a fairly good brand and made it huge, you know, so huge. But, yeah, I don't know who else though, cause it'd need to be someone kind of like that. I think, I mean, there's plenty of billionaires out there. Like, you know, you could like Richard Branson or something like that, you know, but I don't know if he's got the right it for the show, you know? No,
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a rough one.
How about me? That just put me in there. I'm like, you're right.
Who are you?
I'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
Co-host of the Sexiest Podcast Network? Duh. Who are you?
Yeah. Who's your consultation, or who's your team, you know? Be like, that guy.
Yeah. Let me see here. Let me check my contacts.
Some guy just out on the street twirling a tax place sign. I'm like, you get in here.
Yeah. You. Yeah. You dressed like the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
Get over here.
I like the cut of your jib. Get in here.
Yeah. You look very patriotic and free.
Right. That's what we're all about. That's, and my finish is going to be get the fuck out of here or fuck off or something like that, you know?
I like it.
They just censor it every time. That'd be great, right?
Yeah, I'm in. I'm down. I'll produce.
Yeah, nice.
Right?
Yep. All right, well, that's sorted out. Perfect indeed. Let's see. Do I have anything else? Looking to see. Do you have anything? There was a new trailer came out for the Logan movie, but I forgot to watch it.
I watched it this morning. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I kind of want to watch it. It's weird hearing Professor X drop an F-bomb through the trailer.
Sure.
It's like,
yeah. Well, Professor X, yeah. See, it's not as weird to me probably because of watching Blunt Talk. Because he.
I just mean as Professor X, not as, Patrick Stewart.
Does Professor X need to cuss? Like, is that a move they had to do?
I kind of feel like I think it's all in context.
That's what I mean.
He looks kind of like roughed up and dirty.
Oh, okay.
So
fair enough. All right.
I kind of have a feeling it has to do with whatever just recently happened to him.
Okay.
But I don't know. It looks kind of interesting.
Fair enough. That's all I can hope for. Cause
Hugh Jackman makes a great Wolverine, and now he's like old man Logan, basically.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll be curious to see if he's still deadlifting like 600 pounds to get that Wolverine shred going.
He really shouldn't be. If he's going to be old man Logan, he should probably have put on a little bit of weight, like not be as cut, basically, not as lean,
Yeah.
So
exactly.
But
have that old man strength.
Yeah. Well, plus, the healing factor, his metabolism with that would drop. So, he shouldn't, it should be harder for him to, remain that ripped.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I could also see him being like, like,
exactly. Like, yeah, I'm old and I'm cut up, motherfucker.
That's right. Coming soon to Tony's gym.
Yeah, jeez.
I'm the best there is at what I do, bub. You're like, can you be the best there is at what you do? Can that be putting a towel on?
Exactly. Like, please. Jesus. Jeez. Anything? Speedo? Something?
Yeah, something.
Don't need to see your mutant dick.
Right. A blurry sensor window, whatever. I don't.
That'd be great.
Yeah, just walk around.
That's why we need augmented reality.
Yeah.
Like I have glasses that just blur out people's junk.
You're totally right. That could be really useful for gyms.
Right? That'd be cool.
Oh shit. Damn. All right, so our new app is called Blur.
Yeah, exactly. The only real problem is when the Blur app doesn't detect their junk, and they just feel sad for them.
Jeez. Or terrified, whichever.
Poor fella.
Yeah. That'd be a great app, though. I mean, right. I think a lot of people would want to use that so they don't have to see, atrocities in the gym,
Exactly.
What would be really funny is if, like you activate it, you have your glasses on, you activate it, and then it's like blurring out someone's face.
Yeah. You like peek the glasses down, he's got a crazy looking nose.
Yeah. Well, like the Snapchat app, like for a while, like the dog one or whatever, like there's women that like if they had their like boobs in the picture, it would detect their boobs as the face and not their face.
Right.
Which was pretty funny. So, I could see the technology maybe not being flawless at first or whatever. You're right. Yeah, it just blurs their face, but not their junk. You're like, God.
Yeah. Like, son of a bitch. Or swaps them for some reason.
Oh, that's even weirder. What a weird face swap.
That guy's a unicorn. Oh, God.
My eyes. Yeah. Oh, good times.
Yeah. Weirdness.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, you got anything else for the week?
Nah, besides, our standard nonsense we do at the end of our show.
All right. Well, before we get to that.
Oh, alrighty.
Canadian field reporter Fluffy Bunny Ash also mentioned something to me.
Oh.
That's near and dear to my heart, of course. But on the hold on, I got to pull up the website. Dang it. Stupid not being prepared.
Ye olde website.
There it is. All right. On January 25th, which is, coming up here, it's going to be in Canada, it's more so, but it's on Twitter too. It's the Bell Let's Talk Day. And anyway, what they've done in the past, and I think they're doing it again this year, is for like every tweet that has whatever, I can't remember what the hashtag is. I can't remember if it's Let's Talk or if it's Bell Let's Talk. But it's, they donate.
I seem to remember this from last year.
Yeah, they donate 5 cents to mental health initiatives. And that's awesome. The money's great. I talk about this on the Crazy Life also. That's cool. The money's great, because a lot of mental health things are underfunded. So that's awesome. And they do it for like every tweet that has it. Like it's, so they give away a good amount of money every year to this, which is cool, but maybe more importantly is the conversation. Because a lot of people, myself included, will post something about like their mental illness. Like I'll post something about, how it took me a long time to get help. Don't do that kind of a thing. Or tell stories of how things got better once you did get help, or that people aren't alone, whatever it is you want to talk about. But it starts a conversation, and it really opens the dialogue up there. And being on Twitter, it's all over the place. Like it'll probably be one of the top trending hashtags of the day because so many people will use it over and over and over and over, So, I'm calling out to everybody, listening, even though it is, I think the money goes to Canada or whatever, but still it's the idea that overall, to me, the conversation is the real key to this as much as the money's cool,
Right.
Because again, a lot of mental illnesses cause people to be isolated and not know that they're not alone and, not talk to others or reach out for help. So it's a great day to, put out there if you've, what you're dealing with or what you've dealt with or those kind of things. So, yeah.
Well, I pulled up their website.
Yeah.
And it's, the hashtag is Bell Let's Talk.
Okay.
So here's all the ways that you can help donate, right?
Nice.
And I don't know how these two work exactly, but it says text message. You turn off iMessage. For every text you send on January 25th, they'll donate 5 cents.
Okay.
Same with mobile calls.
And it's got to have that hashtag in it, or?
No, it's just, that's what it says. Just as for every mobile long distance call. I don't know how they know.
I don't know if that works here. That may only work up there.
Yeah, that might not work here.
That may work like if you have them as a provider, probably.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Duh. But Twitter is the hashtag. Instagram, it's same hashtag. Every time you watch your video on Facebook on the 25th, they'll donate 5 cents. And then I don't know if this will be available here in America because Canadian. They'll have a Snapchat geofilter. Every time you use it, when your Snapchats, they'll donate 5 cents.
Awesome.
So I'm not sure if that'll be for America.
If so, I'll be all over it too. Yeah, I'm going to try to do different stuff here. So I call, everybody listening, it's like odds are you'll be on one of those platforms on that day. So, throw a few out there. Like, honestly, like your tweets don't have to be about mental health for them to donate the money. It just has to have the hashtag, I think. But
yeah, exactly. It could be like, Dick looks good.
Yeah.
So let's talk.
But it's a great opportunity to, just put it out there for others, and again, it's a great thing to not keep to yourself, cause the more open the dialogue is on it, the more we'll realize that it affects a ton of people. We all know people who deal with it, with some sort of mental illness or whatever. So, and it'll help cut down on the stigma of the people suffering from it. So, or dealing with it. So, yeah. Boom. Just be a better person and, help out if you can.
Exactly.
And I know you can. Anyway. So that's it. I'll step off my soapbox now.
It's a fun soapbox, isn't it?
Yeah. I think so. Well, it's one of those few times that you can do something really simple.
You actually feel like you're doing something right and it's easy.
So it's really easy to just, throw something in a tweet or, an Instagram pic. Cause like any selfie you post, just put it in there, on Instagram, or if Snapchat, if that geofilter works, just use that all day.
Yeah, exactly.
Just whatever. So there you go. And, I think that's all I have for the week, except for getting into the Q of the W. So let's do it.
Q of the W. All right. Well, I got, last week I asked, what's your favorite video game vehicle? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got some on the old face page, and I actually got some on Instagram, because I threw it on Instagram, too. So I got a couple there, which is nice.
Egg salad. Yep.
My lovely wife, Jeannie, she says her favorite vehicle in video games, and she doesn't play many video games, was Final Fantasy Chocobos.
Sure. Yep.
Can't go wrong with Chocobos. Especially Final Fantasy 7, you start breeding them sick Chocobos.
You're racing them.
Yeah. Getting that sweet Chocobo loot.
Yep.
FRJ, our first field reporter, Jared.
Right.
He says, tough question. GTA has recently released a ton of amazing vehicles, including a kit knockoff of rockets, machine guns, jump capability, and a parachute.
Oh my.
But my all-time favorite vehicle would have to be any combo vehicle from the Dead Rising series. Nothing says fun like mowing down zombies in a mall with a big wheel / riding mower combo.
That's a game I never played, but it always looked like it would be a blast to play. Or those, the Dead Rising
Dead
games.
Rising 2 on my Xbox, and it is entertaining.
Yeah, because of all the combo stuff. You know what? I feel like I did play Dead Rising. I'm pretty sure I did, the first one, after I think about it some more. I think I like rented it or something. So I didn't play a whole lot, but, I played it for a couple days. But yeah, I love the idea of, comboing things up and stuff.
It's a silly game. I mean, when you could take like a milk bucket or something and power drills, and then you have a bucket with drills on it, you throw on zombies' heads and blood flies everywhere.
Right.
It's pretty entertaining.
Yeah. It's very inventive.
I've never played it enough to get like deep in the game though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, it's just, I don't know. I just didn't get into it that much.
Right.
It was like a games for gold game. So
yeah, fair enough. Works for me.
Megan from, we've been on our show a couple times from Screams and Moans.
But you should go listen. I said they should go listen.
They should go listen.
Good times, both times. We ripped apart Blade Runner once, and the other time was what was that?
It was a Godzilla movie.
Ghidorah or something.
Ghidorah,
like that.
yeah. It was Godzilla versus Ghidorah.
Oh, what a ridiculous movie. Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
Oh, so much fun.
And then I was on by myself and we did The Fog.
Yep.
That was fun too.
Right.
So she says a chocobo. They're so cute. And then like a fucking chicken emoji.
Of course.
And then Matthew McDonough from Passersby says, I've always been a major fan of Epona from Legend of Zelda.
What is that? I don't remember.
It's Link's horse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And then on Instagram, I have, James. I can't pronounce his last name. We all know who it is, though.
I don't.
What? It's the car from Outrun, circa 1986.
Was that the Ferrari game, the simulator?
Yeah,
okay.
The Ferrari
the
game.
one that the first time I played the game, I flooded the car and my game was over.
Yeah.
Because remember, you had to start it.
Yep.
And I flooded it because I was, 10?
Goddamn Testarossa, baby.
Yeah. All right. I remember playing that at Major Magics like twice because I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Because it was like
horseshit.
Well, it was like $1 to play too. You know, it wasn't, a quarter or, 1 token. It was 4 tokens to play.
Right. And that's the stuff I got on my end.
All right. Previously mentioned, Fluffy Bunny Ash. Like originally I had told her that I didn't think we were doing like, Chocobos or Yoshi or anything like that. I thought we were talking like just straight out vehicles. But she said that she was going to go with airships from Final Fantasy or the cooler ones from Skies of Arcadia, with a special shout out to Epoch from from Chrono Trigger. So, and those were cool. The Final Fantasy ships were really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
And it really blew your mind the first time you saw them and stuff because of how great they looked for the time. The time. Like now looking back, you'd be like, oh, it looks like horseshit. But
like, what is this garbage?
Yeah. Well, the cavemen draw those.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though it's been 10 years, whatever.
Yeah.
But she also said that she'd throw an honorable mention to the jetpack from Star Wars Shadows of the Empire because it's the first time you could fly anywhere in a 3D world, which is a great call. Because I remember the first time, because it was like those first times you got to play those open world games like Spider-Man, the one where you could like swing around the city.
Just swing around and do whatever the fuck you wanted.
Or the first time, like playing Grand Theft Auto 3 even, just
right.
Like, oh my God, this city is massive. It's amazing how much detail went into things. Like I remember I used to just drive around the city to just look at what they had put in the game, So,
right.
But I asked her again after realizing that we were going to allow others, and I think she basically was, going with Chocobos and Yoshi because,
everyone loves the goddamn Chocobos.
Right. I am,
And Yoshi's just a sacrificial lamb.
True enough. Yeah. I mean, he started out as just, a ride, but then became its own character. So,
Yeah.
A very popular character.
Yes. Extremely.
And also I got an email from, the old Cheeto Bandito.
The old Cheeto.
And he says, favorite video game of all time? Wow, I will have to Hobie this. Which, Cheeto, I don't like that you're listening to Hobie. So, no, I'm kidding. Unless you're having a fantastic hams while doing so.
Exactly.
Delicious.
Perfectly acceptable.
Right, watching a Kevin James movie, because he's their favorite.
Yep.
He says, first of all, the X-Wing from the original Star Wars arcade game, which I don't know what that is because I don't remember a Star Wars arcade game. Do you?
I vaguely do.
Okay, fair enough. I just don't remember it. The Batmobile in Batman Arkham Knight, that's a good pull. That was a lot of fun to finally get into the Batmobile.
Yeah.
And third, he put the skateboard from Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I never thought of that, or like the bikes from the old, was it Dave Mirra or whatever?
Right.
Or was it Dave Mirra?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there was a Matt Hoffman one too. That's why I was trying to remember what sport or which guy we played the hell out of. But yeah, those were a lot of fun. So yeah. And really,
Tony Hawk Pro Skater, excellent call.
Really, I don't know how you and I didn't pick like rollerblades from Skitchin'. I mean, come on.
I had such a hard time narrowing it down.
Yeah, I agree.
To be perfectly honest.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he says that we listed his other choices: Sweet Tooth, Mario Kart, etc. It says thanks for making him think harder. It's the effect we have on people. We make people do everything harder, my friend.
Exactly.
Wait, that didn't. No, I think,
no, it's fine.
No, we'll stay with it. Yeah.
We're good. It's good.
That is what I have, sir.
All right. Now, this, I've been very honest in the past when I said I've blatantly ripped off questions from other sources.
Yeah.
This is blatantly ripped off from second time mention on Salty Language within the past 2 weeks. Stuff That Matters podcast from two guys that don't.
Boy, you're going to really inflate their egos.
That's what I was thinking. They were talking about random, scenarios today.
Yeah.
At least on the last week's, whatever episode it was. Doesn't matter. Blender porn. That's what it was.
Okay.
And, one kind of stuck out to me that I wanted to see what your take on it was. And it was, if you were stuck, like, I'm going to change the scenario slightly. I'm going to give me more details. Say you're on a plane, right?
Okay.
Crash lands in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
You survive. It's you and the celebrity. And I know both of us don't really give a fuck about celebrity.
Well, also, celebrity is very subjective, because it is very, really who you see as a celebrity. So, yeah.
This is very true. But what celebrity would you be okay with being stuck on a deserted island with? Only one.
Well, see, you have to work through this a little bit because you have to go, well, would you want someone who's maybe a celebrity chef? That way you guarantee you're going to be able to eat. Do you want to go with a celebrity lady so that you can, have maybe an outside chance at,
Brian, it's like you're thinking in my brain.
Like, getting some action? Or do you want to go with someone who's maybe an intellectual? I mean, you could do both. It could be either of those and an intellectual so that they'll always be stimulating conversation.
Yeah. Yes.
Which is the most important at this point.
Right.
Which organ is most important to stimulate? The stomach, the brain, or the cack? Oh, shit. Or you just pick a hot celebrity chef that's smart and you just hit the trifecta, right?
In theory.
Yeah. Man, fuck, I don't know. This is a good question. In seriousness, that's the thing, because it's, if I'm on a deserted island, like if I know ahead of time, it's like, I probably want to make sure there's someone there that can cook, like that knows how to pull food from like nothing, basically, Right. I don't mean like a survivalist. I just mean, like knows things they can make with various foods. Because like me, I'd be like, like great.
Is sand tasty?
Yeah, like for me, it'll be an island with coconut, and I'll be like, I'm fucked.
That's true.
Guess I'm drinking salt water.
It's over.
Oh shit. Who's yours? I don't. I need
a
minute to think about it here.
So it's funny the way you were like, well, be someone that cooks or a lady and it's like because when this whole conversation happened, that's where my brain is like, okay, what are we going on? Because I got to go for lady because I don't want to have, as much as I like hanging with dudes.
Yeah.
If you're going to be stuck forever, I mean, you got a Swiss Family Robinson this shit eventually.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I also I know I can get some shit accomplished in the kitchen, but I'd rather have a pro.
Yeah.
So I picked Giada from Food Network.
Right.
If you know what I'm talking about.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Because she's a chef, so she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
She's pretty attractive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I just had to, I just have to go catch fish and get plants and shit and let her cook and stuff.
You just got to be the hunter,
Exactly. Well, after you provide for a few weeks, then, oh, whoops, there goes the palm frond. Whoops. I didn't tell you I brought some bratwurst to the island. And then you have we'll have little German Italian kids running around. Oh wait, no, it won't. Science.
Yeah, I was like,
the hopes. I won't tell her. I was like, sure, we'll make kids.
Oh, what a scoundrel! That's terrible.
Just sitting around the fire, and the palm leaf drops to the ground.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. She was one of the ones that was kind of in my head. So, man, it's because I'm pretty much like you and I are pretty much like right on the same page on this one. Is that it's, because I'd prefer someone of the fairer sex because, like you said, it's great hanging out with dudes, but eventually you're like,
exactly. There's only so long you can go to Elderdick Island and fiercely masturbate.
So true. Like, wow, there must be a bunch of seagulls over on this end.
Because my choices came down to her or Les Stroud, aka Survivor Man.
Fair. Wow, that's quite
like this motherfucker will like build us a nuclear power plant.
There is that, right? Yeah, that's what. That was kind of where I was thinking was like, because I guess the other side of it would be if you pick somebody who maybe could fashion a way off of the island,
Yeah.
I mean,
because I guess if I'm picking Les Stroud,
yeah,
I feel like eventually I would fill the Giada role. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, you certainly would. You're clearly not the alpha in that situation.
No, not at all. He's like ex-Canadian Special Forces or whatever.
As much as you'd like to be, you certainly wouldn't be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
As much as I might have like a few inches on him, that's, he can, kill a fish from 800 yards with a fucking twig or something.
Wow, that's impressive.
I've seen Survivor, man. It's crazy.
Man, that's really impressive. Yeah, with that, you'd have no hope for sure. I mean, who knows what he could do to you from 800 yards, or
exactly.
feet or whatever.
Scurry.
Yeah, because again, it's like that's exactly what I was thinking. Is I probably want either some sort of a survivalist, or I want someone who's, like I said, the chef who can pull various, foliage and berries and stuff, and like whip up like something that's a legitimate meal, not just something from like you're just like, oh hey, coconuts again. Yeah, right.
Oh, awesome.
Great.
Cool. It's more palm fronds and these little weird bugs.
Yay.
Delicious.
Yeah, the rough part is I can't really think of another female celebrity chef. Oh, well, I can, but the cuisine wouldn't really fit her style, but I can't think of her name either. There's like a French-Canadian chef that's she's, more a little edgier and such. But it's weird because she has
about from Bitchin' Kitchen.
I am. You are correct.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't remember her name, though.
I can't remember her name, but you know what? Just to be different than you, I'll go with her. That way, if we're stuck on separate islands, we can both have this happen.
Nadia G.
There you go. Yeah, I'll go with her. Because I've seen her on a few shows, and she seems like she'd be kind of cool to hang out with anyway. So,
right?
Yeah.
I agree.
I saw, what's that called? Bizarre Foods, that Andrew Zimmern guy, hanging out with her up in like Montreal or something like that. And she was like, all the places she took him were all the food places I'd rather go than probably where people normally go. So
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So I'll go with her.
Yeah. Geez. I'm, looking at some little Google image action. Good call.
Yeah.
She's like the dirty girl female chef.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you'd bring a fish back and she'd like jerk you off behind a palm tree or something.
That's all you can hope for. I mean, I don't have to play the old
volleyball watches.
Yeah. You walk over to the volleyball and draw big eyes on it first. A little word bubble. Mamma mia.
Yes, exactly.
Oh shit. All right.
Oh shit, my soundboard. I haven't even played the one sound effect yet this show, Brian.
I know, I'm pretty disappointed.
We've been too busy shooting the shit, talking about, celebrity chefs and palm tree hand jobs and all this weird stuff.
So true. So true.
So yeah, guys, who would you want to crash land and be stuck on a desert island with that is a celebrity for the QW?
Right. And
show me what you got.
And what?
I was going to say, and we'll, I'm okay with pretty much anyone that people claim, but like the requirement to me would be that they have to have some modicum of fame.
Yes.
Even if they're not like an overall, like for sake of argument, if you pick somebody who's like a comic book artist, they're going to have a lot of fame in that world, but outside of that, people won't know who the hell it is, so.
Right.
It doesn't have to be like Ryan Reynolds or something like that to where, tons of people know who he is.
Right.
You know, but within their world, they're still a celebrity or whatever. I'm okay with that. You know, so.
Well, besides being funny and, you know, ridiculously attractive, what is Ryan Reynolds going to do on the island? Crack coconuts on his abs? I mean,
that's enough for me. I mean, no. Clearly, I'm not the alpha in this situation, so whatever he tells you to do.
Like, oh shit, that's Deadpool. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, all right, let's Rochambeau for this, and he just shows his abs. You're like, damn it, Rock beats my scissors.
Shit. You son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. It's all right. Yeah, there you go. That's the Q of the W for the week. And I think that's it, right? I got nothing else.
I think we're about spent besides the end of business here.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know, as normal, we ask you to please go visit saltylanguage.com. You know, go there and help save the orphans by clicking on the merch tab. And, all right, there's no orphans, but, you know, there could be if I killed Tony. I mean, you know, well, I'd have to kill his wife too. That's no good. All right,
yeah.
Well, I'll just find somebody and I'll kill him. I'll make him into Batman, you know.
Fair enough.
Anyway, you know, go to saltylanguage.com. There's a merch tab if you want to, you know, go buy a Salty Language t-shirt to cover up your rock hard chiseled abs before you get stranded on an island.
Naturally.
Or whatever. Or it can be used as your, you know, loincloth type deal. While you're on there, you know, there's the Amazon link, which, you know, if you're buying on Amazon, swing by saltylanguage.com first, scroll to the bottom, and then click on the Amazon banner.
Scroll.
Yes. Click on that, it'll take you to Amazon, then you just shop away as normal. And, you know, doesn't cost you anything extra, it just helps us out a wee bit, you know, whatever. Also, check out the networks that we're part of, such as Tangent Bound Network, Geek Life Radio podcast list, and
Danger! Watch your back! Danger!
Entertainment. And, all the social medias are listed on there. Like, you know, we mentioned the YouTube, so definitely go check out the new YouTube video that'll be up.
Yep. Sweet and Salty Language.
Right.
Episode 1.
Let us know what you think. You know, share, you know, if you're, whatever app or whatever you use to get our podcast, you know, if you could share it with your friends or, you know, click the like button or leave us a review on the iTunes, you know, the old 5-star ball wash.
5-star ball wash.
You know, help
it's been a while since we mentioned that.
Right. Help us out a little bit there, you know, and make sure you're subscribed too. I feel like I should never really have to say that because I feel like most people do that, but
I would hope they make it this deep into the show they're subscribed,
yeah, that's
but I
kind of
guess
what
you
I'm
never
saying.
know.
Yeah. And then again, you know, the social media links that are on there, you know, if you want to reach out to us on Twitter, the show's at salty_language. I am at Stunami.
I am at Monotony or salty_language on Snapchat.
I'm at Ninjitsu.
And of course, we're on, you know, Instagram, Salty Language, and YouTube, Salty Language Pod.
Right.
And Facebook, search Salty Language.
Yep.
And just go to saltylanguage.com.
Yeah,
it's all there.
All the links are there. Check out the enthusiasts that we've done. Hopefully we'll have some new ones coming up in the near future. Although the way things have been going the last few weeks, I'm not sure.
Yeah, really. Jeez. Clearly the planets are in wrong alignment.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
check out the old episodes of that. There's, you know, plenty of good time stuff in there if you haven't listened already. And again, all the podcasts we've referenced in this one, I'll have links in the show notes and stuff so you can go have a listen to them too, you know, and stuff. And, oh, Tony, what if people wanted to get sensual gifts in the mail?
Oh, sensual gifts.
Yeah.
It's free podcast garbage at gmail. Fucking neighbor dog. Free podcast garbage at gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll send you some garbage.
Right.
Eventually.
Make sure in the subject line you put sensual garbage and Tony will give you something sensual in that.
Sensual garbage.
It'll be a piece of his palm frond.
Yeah, my oops frond.
The palm frond with the very loose drawstring.
Yes, exactly.
Whoops-a-daisy.
And just to piss off my wife, when the Coast Guard finally picks me up, you know, Giada and I up,
yeah,
I would have thrown away my Western slave name. And I'll be known as El Tigre.
Oh my.
Yes.
I mean, I guess I can't say anything given, the Senor Delicioso name. So,
Yeah.
Man, we'd be a hell of a tag team though.
I know. El Tigre and Senor Delicioso?
Yeah. We need to get luchador masks, by the way. That's something that
I agree.
we both need. I don't know why we haven't
If
gotten
I had
it
a
yet.
tiger luchador mask, I think she'd kill me. Because
All
I creeped up on her in the bedroom. I'm like, you're my pretty animal. I am El Tigre. She's like, no, this is not happening.
All right,
No.
so this needs to happen then. I need to talk to my friends who are out west or whatever and see if we can get this to happen. Because we got to get good ones, not like shitty ones.
Well, yeah.
Legit ones.
Right.
Oh shit! All right. Well, I think that's everything. So I guess until next time, everybody will be fine.
Stay salty.
And watch out for El Tigre.
El Tigre.